You will watch my review. You will tell others about my review. You will love my review. That was a Jedi mind trick. Did it work? Yeah. Star Wars: The Last Jedi up next. Let's go.
Brian's cosigns, yeah.
What's up, y'all? You are now rocking with Brian's Cosigns. I am Brian Gunn, and I had to put my Darth Vader suit on for this one. So listen, 2 long years ago in theaters far, far away, there was a movie called Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and it mesmerized audiences with those typical Star Wars cliffhangers that left us wanting more. Now, with the new release of Star Wars: The Last Jedi, are those cliffhangers and questions answered? I'm here to tell you about it. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is directed by Rian Johnson, and he gets it. He will move this franchise in a direction that will cement its legacy for years to come with poignant storytelling and compelling character arcs. There is a sense of struggle. Like, the overall theme of The Last Jedi is the struggle. The opening scene has the resistance backs against the wall as the First Order seemingly has them right where they want them. That is an intense scene, and it's indicative of how the film will flow. I mean, this will take you on a journey the likes of which you have never seen. The initial meeting between Rey and Luke Skywalker sets the groundwork for their entire relationship throughout the film. Luke has been in solitude, questioning the very things that he found as admirable in the Jedi ways. He's more cynical, especially after the events that transpired between him and Ben, his nephew, which is now Kylo Ren. Rey is yearning for answers and a sense of belonging. She is the complete antithesis of Luke. Her hope and his hopelessness make their scenes incredibly entertaining. Kylo Ren's inner conflict is the most compelling. He desperately seeks affirmation from his mentor, but he is at constant odds with the confusion within him. His emotion, it spills onto this movie like you spilling Kool-Aid onto your mom's carpet. That's how intense it is. Poe Dameron has a meatier role this time around, but he's still the same hot-headed, funny pilot that we've grown accustomed to. Matter of fact, his comedic timing gets better with each film. As you know, Carrie Fisher died early this year, which makes her appearance so surreal. Her performance as Leia is outstanding. She's trying to hold the resistance together and her sanity despite insurmountable odds. Be prepared for some surprises regarding her character, which will be quite memorable. Finn has a curious storyline. He's kind of reserved in this movie, but when it comes time for battle, he turns on his ferocity. I guess that's a stormtrooper in him. There's a sequence in that storyline which involves him and another character, which may or may not indulge your interest. That is a hit or miss subplot. The Last Jedi is an action lover's dream. The CGI is mind-blowing. There are intense spaceship battles so realistic that you'll look at the person beside you and you'll look at the person on that side and you'll grab off of them and you'll be like, man, did you just see that shit? Hey, there's no lie. I was with Xavier Bryant, who runs icecreamcombos.com, And anyway, I was with her and I was just shaking her. Girl, did you see that? Did you see that shit? And she was like, bro, get off me. That's how dope this movie is. Other times, you'll just sit back in silence and you'll be amazed at the energy that's coming off of that screen. There are more fight scenes in this movie than in your average reality show. I'm not gonna give it away, but there's an interaction between Rey and Kylo Ren that will rival the battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in the original Star Wars movie. I guarantee you it will. The cinematography is on another level, from the island where Luke Skywalker is, you know, looking at the lush green forests surrounded by water, to the salt and red planet of Crate. I mean, it's just so eye-catching, doesn't make sense. The characters are another thing. Yes, there are more new characters, but they're not lame. You know, they add their own personal touch to this movie. Trust me, when you see this, this is how Valerian should have been. The musical score in this movie is an absolute masterpiece. It's almost like you're watching an intergalactic concert when the music accompanies the action. You know, it sets the mood. It just shifts from happy to sad to excited to dull. And the music, the score is promoting all of that. The sounds are almost their own movie. You have the crackling of the laser cannons, the pulsing of the lightsabers, the new creatures and new characters making their own individual sounds. Man, listen. Even the writing is turned up another notch. They are able to make Luke Skywalker an old, cynical, funny motherfucker. I mean, dude is actually funny. There are a lot of one-liners in this movie, and they're not corny. The one-liners remind you of the ones that you see from those Avengers movies. And that's another thing that propels this to another level, this movie to another level. I know I'm praising Star Wars Last Jedi, but there are some missteps. Yes, I'm gonna get into those. Some of the characters' backstories are underutilized, and that's going to irk you because they should be, and it doesn't explain what really happened in the last movie. Also, there is really no explanation of some of those questions that arose in the last movie to this one that was supposed to happen, and it really doesn't. Hopefully in the third installment they will answer all of those questions and fix up those hiccups, because they're hiccups but they're big, you know. Star Wars The Last Jedi is a transition movie, and I'm one of the old school Star Wars fans. I love it. And it's kind of bittersweet because you're seeing the new characters sort of take over, you know. So, you know, I got to pour out some liquor, but it's cool. Hey, I loved Star Wars The Last Jedi. I think you're going to love it too. Therefore, I am co-signing Star Wars The Last Jedi to the fullest.
Star Wars The Last Jedi.
There you have it, folks. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Have you seen it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Put your comments down south. Let me check them out. Subscribe, please. And as always, take your ass to the movies. And may the Force be with you. Yes!
Brian's cosigns, yeah.
Did I make anybody levitate? No? You see, I have constructed a new lightsaber. Hobby Lobby.